Hey everyone, welcome to the Canine Culture Podcast, where we talk about everything dog. Q&As with veterinarian professionals, rescue operators, everyday topics. We cover everything dog on this podcast. So make sure you subscribe to the Canine Culture Podcast on your favorite podcast platform, and make sure you're following us on social media on both Instagram and Facebook. Thanks again for listening. Now here's that next episode. Hey everyone, welcome to the Canine Culture Podcast. This is your host, Brittany, and today we are joined by Laurie. She is the founder and owner of Pup Pub Jax. So thank you so much, Laurie, for joining us.
Thank you so much. I'm happy to be here.
So tell us a little bit about yourself, and then we will get into Pup Pub and everything that you do. But tell us a little bit about you.
Okay. So I am actually from up north in Boston. I lived there pretty much my whole life until 2017. I was a vet tech up there, active in rescue, things like that. My husband had to have a liver transplant, so we actually moved here so he could go to Mayo, which he has since had, and he's doing fabulous. So that's kind of how we ended up in Florida. And from here, I just kind of felt like it was a time for a fresh start, and I had some, the world was all full of opportunities at that moment. So I worked for a vet. I still work for the vet, and kind of was trying different things, and then I kind of fell into this business about 8-9 months ago.
Okay. And so Pup Pub Jax, you are in Jacksonville, Florida, St. John's, Florida, basically Northeast Florida. And I know that you do cakes and you do treats and you do all kinds of stuff. So tell us a little bit about everything that Pup Pub does.
So I do all homemade pet treats for dogs, cats, and rabbits. I use all human grade ingredients, kind of limited ingredients, so it's not over, stuff that doesn't need to be in there. No add artificial preservatives, no fillers, nothing like that. No unnecessary junk. All just kind of good stuff that you can eat yourself. So I do, like you said, I do treat different flavors, sizes, designs, and I also do custom dog cakes for people who, get in touch with me and want one for a dog party or just a little family gathering with their own dog. But that's pretty much, the dogs, cats, and rabbits. I got a little something for everybody.
Yeah.
And I have my own taste testing crew here of 4 dogs and 4 rabbits, and they help me.
Yeah. So if someone wanted to get a cake, how far north do you service? How far south do you service? And what does that look like as far as picking it up or getting their hands on a cake? Are you shipping yet to anywhere?
Because I don't, like I said, I don't use any artificial preservatives. I don't want them to get compromised in the mail. Plus, I generally use frosting, which is often Greek yogurt, peanut butter, cream cheese, things like that. Like you said, I'm in St. John's in an area called Julington Creek. People can come and pick up cakes from me. I'm fine delivering cakes. I'll do free local delivery within 30 minutes or so. If it's more than that, I do ask for a $5 delivery charge. But coming to me obviously is free. And I usually just need 48 hours advance notice, unless it's something, very specific that they want that's a little over the top. So
right.
I'm happy to try anything. I've had a couple various requests that were new, and I tackled them, and they came out really, really well that I was happy with. So
yeah, that's awesome. So how did you think of this business idea? You have been kind of in the vet pet rescue world. So do you enjoy cooking? I hate cooking. That's why I asked. So and yet you still started a business that requires you to cook. So what drew you to this?
I wanted to have my own business, be my own boss, have that flexibility, the availability to work from home. My husband does still need some care. He also battled cancer a couple of years ago.
Oh, wow.
So he doesn't work. So I need to kind of be around and accessible as needed. So I really just wanted to kind of launch something myself, and I've always wanted to do something like this. I just wasn't sure what it would be. And then it just kind of came to me. The name actually came first. It just kind of popped into my head. And from there, it just kind of it was born. And I've switched directions a couple times as I've gone just to see what I like and what other people gravitate towards.
Mm-hmm.
And what I enjoy, what other people enjoy, and that's it's always getting a little streamlined and ebb and flow a bit, but that's basically how I got into it. And I do really enjoy it, even though I don't really cook for us. I do like cooking for the dogs.
Yeah, I get it. We meal prep for our dogs, but after I quit bodybuilding, I don't really meal prep for myself. It's just very simple, very inexpensive. But the dogs, we cook for them. And I know that you give back to a lot of rescues and a lot of nonprofits. So tell us about that component of Pup Pub.
So yeah, a big part of what I enjoy doing is either I'll give a portion of my proceeds to a specific rescue. I've been involved in fundraisers where I've donated a basket of like treats plus a gift certificate and maybe a couple toys. I've done situations where I've just donated a big basket of cookies to hand out to the various people and dog gifts that are there.
Mm-hmm.
So however I'm needed, I like to try to contribute and give back.
So if any rescue or doggy nonprofit hears this, you guys can reach out to Pup Pub
Please,
and
love doing that.
yeah, and get her at an event. She was at one of our Paws for Putnam events with the treats, and she had the dog treats, the cat treats, and the bunny treats, which, I mean, bunny treats I feel like are a little bit harder to find. So that's like a very niche market. There's people who are like, oh, wait, you have something for my bunny. So that's exciting for them.
Exactly. It's something I rarely saw when I was out at markets. And then like I said, I poured rabbits myself, and it was just something fun to do. And there's definitely a specific group of people.
Yeah.
But when they find it, they do seem to get excited about it.
Mm-hmm. Now, tell us about some events that you have coming up in Northeast Florida. Tell us the date and the location and anything else about the event.
So I try to do events most weekends. I particularly enjoy doing dog-specific events when I can find them. One big one that's coming up is actually this Sunday, August 25th. It's called Bark Fest. It's going to be at Riverside Arts Market. It's under that bridge where they do the market.
Mm-hmm.
This is a specific event for dogs, dog adoption, dog rescue. There's going to be dog contests, lots of crafters, pet professionals, people like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be from 11 to 3 this Sunday. And again, it's called Bark Fest at Riverside. And that's going to be it's going to be a really fun event. Dogs are welcome, obviously. And we hope to get some dogs adopted and promote adoption, things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Saturday, the 31st, I'm going to be at, Saturday the 31st, I will be at Beach Walk from 11 to 2. This is through an event host that I often work with who also likes to promote dog adoptions and usually has a rescue or two on site. So Saturday, 8:30, August 31st from 11 to 2 at 100 Beach Walk Club Drive. And there'll be food and vendors and probably some pet adoption there as well.
Okay.
In November, we are hosting, I actually plan a large event every year for this hospital I work for called Birch Veterinary Center in Jacksonville. And I fell into kind of event planning for them. And once a year on our anniversary, I host a huge fair where we do a lot of adoptions, a lot of rescues, pet professionals, things like that. We even have a caricaturist who comes out and does pictures of the dog, food trucks, things like that. And that's going to be Sunday, November 17th from 12 to 3. Free to attend, dogs welcome, and it's going to be on site at Birch Island Veterinary Center on Phillips Highway.
We've been to that Birch Island event, and we met some trainers. We met some people who run rescues and some rescues that I hadn't heard of that they're doing amazing work. I remember there were bunnies up for adoption, and I got very close to taking a bunny home, and I got we got some free stuff. We got some coupons for some different vets. So it's definitely a great event. And, it's fun to do in November. It's luckily not too hot. So that's always been a nice part about that event too, is it's not blazing hot outside. So yeah, anyone listening, try to check out any of those events. And Laurie, where can people find you on social media, website, all of that good stuff?
So right now I'm on Facebook and Instagram. I do not have a website as of now. I probably will be doing that in the next few months. But the Pup Pub Jax, Jax, as on Instagram and Facebook. Facebook is primarily where I will post my scheduled events, where I'll be. You can message me there to talk about cake orders. I also do have an email address on there, thepuppubjax@gmail.com. And I do sell treats. I have a few regulars who buy, certain treats every month for me, and I'm happy to do that as well. Again, with free local delivery within a certain area. Otherwise, I'm happy to drive somewhere for a $5 fee.
Awesome. Well, we appreciate what you are doing for the dogs. You're letting them have these great celebrations and treats, but then also giving back to the rescues and nonprofits. So you're doing great work, and I appreciate you being on the podcast.
I thank you very much for the opportunity.
Thank you for tuning in to the Canine Culture Podcast. Please make sure you subscribe to the Canine Culture Podcast on your favorite podcast platform, and make sure you're following us on social media. If you have any recommendations, any topics that you'd like to hear, if you know of any guests that would be good for the show, or if you yourself want to be a guest, please reach out to us. Send us an email at canineculturepodcast@gmail.com, or send us a direct message on social media. Thank you for listening, and please share this with any of your dog-loving friends.